Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about how we can bring effective personal transformation within us. Many of us are trying, but we are not getting the transformation that we are expecting. What could be the reason? It is not that we are not trying hard enough. Maybe we are not understanding how the transformation happens within us. Today, let's try to understand how the transformation happens so that we can bring effective personal transformation within us. For this purpose, I'm going to introduce a tool called Dilts Pyramid. This tool was introduced by Robert Dilts. If you look at this tool, there are 6 levels. These levels are called logical levels. What these levels represent? These logical levels represents the levels of change within any human being. If you look at the pyramid at the bottom, there is environment. What is environment? Environment is nothing but our job, our family, our relationships, our finance, the place that where we live. So this is all about our environment. And above environment, what we have is behavior. Behavior is nothing but our actions and our activities, our behaviors. So most of the time we are making any changes within this environment or the behavior, mainly because these are the only 2 levels that are visible to us. So if you want to have any change within our life, or if you want to have any change within us, we try or we attempt only at these 2 levels. But this is not enough. A human being is a complex being, and human being has much more deeper levels. So we need to understand all the deeper levels, and we have to make changes at the other levels also to bring effective transformation. Let's try to understand all other levels as well. Above behavior, what we have is capabilities. Capabilities are nothing but our abilities, our skills, our talents, our qualities. Okay, in this pyramid, the important thing is a level above will influence the level below. For example, if you make any changes in our capabilities, that will impact our behaviors. Our skills, our qualities, our talents will affect our behaviors, and any changes in the behavior will impact our environment. So any changes that we do at the higher levels will impact the levels below. And also, if you want to understand why some change is not working at the below levels, we need to understand a level above, so that we can get some answers why things are not happening, or why things are not working for us. Above capabilities, what we have is beliefs. What is beliefs? Beliefs can be anything. It can be about God, religion, about our society, about our culture, about ourselves, about a situation, about other person. It can be about anything. But our beliefs are affecting all the levels below. If you change our beliefs, then we can see changes in all the levels below. And above beliefs, what we have is identity. Identity is nothing but what we think about ourselves. What we think about ourselves is what we are. So what we are affects everything in our life, everything about ourselves. What we think about ourselves is very, very important. So most of the time what we think about ourselves, we think we are a human being, we are good, bad, we are intelligent, we are foolish. We think a lot about ourselves. So whatever we think about ourselves, that impacts our life, and it impacts our behaviors and our character, everything. And above all the levels, what we have is purpose. Purpose is about why are we living in this world? What is the purpose of our living? Why we need to live? What is the motive or the intention behind our life? That is the purpose. This is the highest level. This is kind of a spiritual level. So if you want to make any changes within our life, or we want to transform ourselves, we need to understand all the levels, all the logical levels, all the levels of change. Otherwise, it will not be very effective. If we make changes only at the visible levels of environment or behavior, it won't work. We need to understand ourselves very deeply, so that we can make changes at the right level and we can see effective transformation. The important thing about this logical levels is we should be completely in sync in all the levels. For example, we cannot have one purpose and we cannot try to do different things at the behavioral levels or try to achieve different things at the environment level. That won't work. So we should be completely in sync within ourselves in all the levels. We should have the correct purpose and the identity, beliefs and abilities and actions, and so that we can bring effective change within ourselves and in the environment. For example, if we try to control our anger only at the superficial level, that won't bring the effective transformation within ourselves. We may superficially control our anger, but we will still remain an angry person. So if we want to transform ourselves completely, then we need to deeply understand all our internal levels, and we should be in sync in completely within our nature. Only then that will bring effective transformation. Otherwise, any transformation that we are trying will be only superficial. I hope you got some good understanding about all the logical levels. Now let's try to understand how we can bring change effectively with some examples. For example, we want to reduce our weight. I think this is a common problem. Many of us are trying to reduce our weight. And for this, we try at the behavioral level. For some days, we try doing diet control and we do exercise. But we are not able to sustain these efforts. And after a few days, we drop these efforts. Why this is happening? To understand this, we need to analyze the level above. For example, at the ability level, maybe we are not having enough determination and motivation to continue this. What could be the reason? Maybe we need to understand a level above. Maybe at the belief level, we think that whatever currently we are, that is good enough. We don't have to reduce our weight. We think not reducing weight is not going to harm us. We think we are doing okay only now, and why we need to reduce your weight. Maybe when things go wrong, that time we can see. Maybe we are not having strong beliefs. Maybe that is why we are not having strong determination and motivation to continue our efforts. So if you want to achieve success in reducing our weight, we need to change our beliefs. How we can change our beliefs? Maybe we can educate ourselves about the consequences and advantages of losing weight, and so that we can get strong beliefs, and that will definitely influence your qualities of determination and motivation, and that will influence your actions. You will have sustained efforts on diet control and in exercises, and that will definitely reduce your weight. So this is how we have to approach. We cannot superficially try to change anything that won't work. So for any problem, we need to understand deeply all the levels and make changes at the right level. Let's take another example. For example, we feel jealous whenever we see a person who is beautiful or rich or intelligent than us. I think this is also a common problem. Maybe if we want to change this, we want to transform ourselves, we want to remove this jealousy within us. How do we approach this? First of all, we need to understand why we are getting jealousy. Maybe at the identity level, we think bad about ourselves, we think inferior about ourselves. Maybe we think that we are poor, we are not intelligent, we are foolish, or we think we are ugly. If we have that kind of identity at the identity level, then definitely we will feel jealous about others when we think they are beautiful or rich or brilliant. So we need to change our identity. Whatever we think about ourselves could be wrong. We are not having the right identity. We need to have realistic identity about ourselves, and this is very difficult to achieve. For this, we need to understand spiritually. We need to understand ourselves more spiritually. For example, we are not above or below compared to others. We are unique. For that matter, every being in this universe is very unique, and every being is needed in this universe so that the universe can be complete. That's what Eckhart Tolle says. So every being in this universe is very, very important for the universe. So if we understand about our true nature like this, then we will feel good and proud about ourselves, and that kind of identity will definitely remove jealous from us. We will not compare ourselves with others, and we will not have any feeling of jealousy. So this is how we need to understand ourselves more deeply and change at the right level. Among all levels, the level of purpose is very important, because that determines everything about our life and our behavior. Mainly because the purpose of our life, the motive or the intention for our life determines everything, and we cannot change our purpose of life. Why we are here, we need to realize and understand and change ourselves and our life accordingly. For example, if a student is interested in music and if he is trying to become a doctor, because of some social pressure, that won't work. He should try and align himself according to his interest, according to his purpose of life. Only then things will work out for him. Otherwise, he will be a split person. He will be having one purpose, and he will be having or trying different things in his life, and that will not bring the transformation that he is expecting. So it is very, very important that we align ourselves completely according to our purpose of life. So to bring any transformation within us or within our life, it is very important that we deeply understand our internal levels, our invisible levels of purpose, identity, beliefs, and our capabilities. Most of the time we are very unconscious about all these levels. That is why we are not able to bring any change within ourselves or within our life. So let's try to understand all these internal levels that will make us an integral person and a person with an integrity. It is not enough that we are being honest with others superficially. We should be honest with ourselves also. For that, we need to be in sync internally in all the levels. Only then we can call ourselves a person with integrity. I hope you got some understanding about how we can bring effective personal transformation within us and our life. Please try using this Dilts Pyramid model to understand how a change happens within us, and also try to bring the change that you are expecting. If you have any comments about this video, please write that in the comment section. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll meet again in another video. Thank you.